The rain was falling hard when Eric Marino threw his wife and sick daughter onto the streets, screaming accusations that would haunt him forever. What he didn't know was that the most dangerous man in Chicago was watching from the shadows, and Dante Romano never forgot a face, especially when it belonged to a terrified mother holding a dying child. In one brutal night, a working-class waitress would lose everything she thought mattered, only to discover that sometimes the most feared man in the city has the gentlest heart. But when her past comes back with guns blazing and her ex-husband makes a deal with the devil himself, Olivia will learn that love isn't just about finding someone. It's about choosing to fight for them when the whole world tries to tear you apart. The Mafia boss who saved her daughter's life is about to risk everything he's built because some battles are worth dying for. Make sure you subscribe and comment if you've ever had to choose between safety and freedom, because this story is about to prove that the most dangerous love is the one that saves you. The morning sun struggled through the dirty window of Olivia Marino's small apartment. She stood at the kitchen counter, counting pills into a small plastic container. 7-year-old Lily needed her asthma medicine twice a day, every day, no matter what. "Mama?" Lily's voice was soft and scratchy. She sat at their tiny table, picking at a piece of toast. Her dark hair hung around her pale face. "Yes, baby?" Olivia smiled, though worry twisted in her stomach. Lily's cough had gotten worse this week. The medicine wasn't working as well as it used to. "Will Papa come home today?" Olivia's hand stopped moving. Eric had been gone for 3 days. Again. She didn't know where he went anymore. She didn't ask. "I don't know, sweetie." Olivia walked over and kissed the top of Lily's head. "Finish your breakfast. I have to work the lunch shift today." The apartment door slammed open so hard it hit the wall. Eric stood there, his face red with anger. His clothes were wrinkled. He smelled like beer and cigarettes. "Where is he?" Eric's voice was loud and mean. Olivia stepped in front of Lily. "Where is who? What are you talking about?" "Don't lie to me." Eric moved closer. "I saw you. Yesterday. Talking to some man outside the diner." Olivia's heart started beating fast. "That was just a customer asking for directions." "Stop lying." Eric grabbed her arm tight. "You think I'm stupid? You think I don't know what you've been doing?" "Eric, please." Olivia tried to keep her voice calm. "Lily's right here." But Eric wasn't listening. He was looking around the apartment like he was searching for something. "Where are his things? Where are the gifts he's been buying you?" "There's no one else. There never has been." Olivia's voice was shaking now. "You're scaring Lily." Eric laughed, but it wasn't a nice laugh. "Scaring her? You want to know what's scary? Having a wife who lies. Having a wife who cheats." Lily started crying, soft, scared sounds. "Eric, stop, please." Olivia reached for him, but he pulled away. "No, I'm done with this. I'm done with you." He went to the bedroom and started throwing clothes into garbage bags. Olivia's clothes, Lily's clothes. "What are you doing?" Olivia followed him. Her hands were shaking. "What I should have done a long time ago." Eric threw a bag at her feet. "You want to be with someone else? Go be with someone else." "I'm not. There's no one else." Olivia's voice broke. "Eric, I love you. I've only ever loved you." But Eric kept packing. He threw Lily's stuffed animals into another bag, her books, her medicine. Lily stood in the doorway, tears running down her face. She was coughing again. "Papa?" Lily's voice was so small. Eric looked at her for a second. His face got soft. Then he looked at Olivia, and his eyes got hard again. "Your mama made her choice, baby girl." He picked up the bags. "She chose someone else over us." "That's not true." Olivia was crying now, too. "Lily, honey, that's not true." Eric carried the bags to the front door. "You have 10 minutes. Then I'm calling the police. Tell them you're trespassing." Eric, please, think about Lily. She needs her medicine. She needs a mother who doesn't lie. Eric opened the door. 10 minutes. Olivia couldn't breathe. This couldn't be happening. Not like this. She grabbed Lily's hand and picked up the bags. Her whole life fit in 3 garbage bags. Mama, I'm scared. Lily's cough was getting worse. It's okay, baby. It's going to be okay. But Olivia didn't know how it could be okay. She had $43 in her wallet, no car, no family in the city. They stood outside the apartment building. The morning was cold. Gray clouds covered the sun. Where are we going, Mama? Olivia looked down at her daughter. Lily's lips were a little blue. She needed to get warm. We're going to find somewhere nice to stay. Olivia tried to sound sure. Just you and me, it'll be like an adventure. But as they started walking down the street, Olivia felt the first drops of rain on her face, and she had no idea where they were going. The rain got heavier as they walked. Olivia carried 2 bags while Lily dragged the 3rd one behind her. It was too big for a 7-year-old, but Olivia couldn't carry all 3. They stopped at the first place Olivia could think of. Sarah's house. Sarah worked at the diner with her. She had kids, too. Maybe she would understand. Olivia knocked on the door. Her heart was beating so fast. Sarah opened the door. She looked surprised. Olivia, what are you... She saw the bags, saw Lily's red eyes. What happened? Eric kicked us out. Olivia tried to keep her voice steady. I was wondering if we could stay here, just for a few days, until I figure something out. Sarah looked uncomfortable. She glanced back into her house. Oh, Olivia, I wish I could help, but my mom's here visiting, and the kids are sick, and Tom's been out of work. Just one night? Olivia felt desperate. We'll sleep on the couch. I'm sorry. Sarah's face was sad but firm. I really can't. Maybe try the shelter on 5th Street. The door closed. Olivia stood there for a moment. The rain was soaking through her jacket now. Come on, baby. She picked up the bags again. Let's try somewhere else. They tried 3 more houses, 3 more friends from work. Everyone had a reason why they couldn't help. Olivia understood. People had their own problems, their own families to worry about, but understanding didn't make it hurt less. By evening, they were at the bus station. It was warm inside, dry. There were rows of plastic chairs bolted to the floor. Are we taking a bus trip, Mama? Lily sat next to her, leaning against Olivia's side. No, sweetie, we're just resting here for a while. Olivia counted her money again. $43. A cheap motel room would cost at least $50 for one night. Food would cost money, too. And Lily's medicine was running low. Lily started coughing again, a deep, rattling sound that made Olivia's chest tight with worry. Here, baby. Olivia helped Lily use her inhaler. Better? Lily nodded, but she still looked tired. Her face was too pale. The bus station was busy during the day, people coming and going, workers behind the ticket counter. But as night came, it got quieter. A few people slept in chairs, using their coats as blankets. I'm hungry, Mama. Olivia looked around. There was a vending machine in the corner. She bought a bag of chips and a bottle of water. $3 gone. They shared the chips. Lily ate a few, then curled up with her head in Olivia's lap. Olivia stroked her daughter's hair and tried not to cry. The fluorescent lights buzzed overhead. They were too bright. They made everything look sick and yellow. How had her life fallen apart so fast? This morning she had an apartment, a husband, a place for Lily to sleep safely. Now she had nothing. I'm going to fix this, she whispered to Lily. I promise, baby. Mama's going to fix this. But she didn't know how. Olivia didn't sleep. She watched people come and go all night. Security guards walked through every hour. They didn't say anything to her, but she knew they were watching. Around 4 in the morning, Lily's breathing changed. It got fast and shallow. Then she started wheezing. "Lily?" Olivia sat up quickly. "Lily, wake up!" Lily opened her eyes. They were scared. She tried to talk, but couldn't get enough air. "Your inhaler. Where's your inhaler?" Olivia dug through their bags with shaking hands. She found the small plastic device. "Here, baby. Breathe in, slow and deep." Lily tried, but nothing happened. The inhaler was empty. "No, no, no." Olivia shook it, tried again. Nothing came out. Lily was gasping now. Her lips were turning blue. "Help!" Olivia stood up, holding Lily. "Someone help us!" A few people looked over, but no one moved. The security guard walked over slowly. "What's the problem?" "My daughter can't breathe. She has asthma. Her inhaler is empty." Olivia was crying now. "Please, do you have a first aid kit? Can you call an ambulance?" "Ambulance costs money, lady." "I know. Just call them. Please." The guard looked unsure. "Let me check with my supervisor." "There's no time." Lily was fighting for every breath now. Olivia ran toward the exit, carrying Lily. She had to find help. Someone. Anyone. Outside, the morning was cold and gray. A few cars were parked near the station, people going to work early. "Please." Olivia ran up to a woman getting out of her car. "My daughter can't breathe. Do you have an inhaler? Any medicine?" The woman looked scared. She hurried away without saying anything. Olivia tried 2 more people. They all walked away fast. Then she heard footsteps behind her, heavy and slow. "You need help." Olivia turned around. 3 men stood behind her. They looked rough, dirty clothes, mean faces. "My daughter's sick," Olivia said. She backed away from them. "Sick kids cost money." The biggest man smiled, but it wasn't a nice smile. "What you willing to do for money?" Olivia held Lily tighter. "Stay away from us." "Come on, pretty lady. We can help each other out." The men started walking closer. Olivia looked around for somewhere to run. But Lily was getting heavier in her arms. She couldn't run far carrying her. Then a car door slammed. "That's enough." The voice was calm but cold, dangerous. A man walked out of the shadows, tall and strong-looking, dark hair, expensive coat. His eyes were the coldest thing Olivia had ever seen. The 3 men stopped moving. "We weren't doing nothing, Mr. Romano." "Go home." The man's voice didn't get louder, but somehow it got scarier. "Now." The men left, fast. The man looked at Olivia. She knew she should run. Every instinct told her this man was dangerous, maybe more dangerous than the 3 men who just left. But Lily was barely breathing now. "Your daughter needs a doctor," the man said. "I know, but I don't have money for... I'll take care of it." He pulled out a phone and made a call. "Marco, bring the car. We have a medical emergency." "I don't know you," Olivia said. "I can't just..." "You can't just what? Let your daughter die while you worry about strangers?" His eyes weren't as cold now. "My name is Dante Romano. I'm going to help you whether you like it or not." A black car pulled up. Another man got out, big and serious looking. "This is Marco," Dante said. "He's going to drive us to a doctor." Lily made a small sound, like she was trying to say something, but couldn't. Olivia looked at the car, then at her daughter, then at the man who said his name was Dante Romano. She knew that name. Everyone in the city knew that name. Dante Romano was dangerous, powerful, someone you stayed away from. But Lily was dying in her arms. "Okay," she whispered. Dante opened the car door for her. As Olivia climbed in with Lily, she noticed something. On the dashboard was a picture, a woman and a little boy. Both smiling, both looked like they were gone forever. The car moved fast through the empty morning streets. Marco drove while Dante sat in front. Olivia held Lily in the back seat. "There's a private clinic 10 minutes away," Dante said without turning around. "Dr. Chen will meet us there." "I can't pay for a private clinic." Olivia's voice was small. "I told you, I'll take care of it." "Why?" The question came out before Olivia could stop it. Dante turned to look at her then. His face was hard to read. "Because children shouldn't suffer for their parents' mistakes." Lily's breathing was getting worse. She was trying to say something. "What is it, baby?" Olivia put her ear close to Lily's mouth. "Scared," Lily whispered. "I know, sweetie, but we're getting help. This nice man is helping us." Dante's jaw got tight when she said that. The clinic was small and clean. Dr. Chen was waiting for them. She was kind and gentle with Lily. She gave her medicine through a machine that helped her breathe it in. Slowly, Lily's breathing got easier. Her lips weren't blue anymore. "She'll be fine," Dr. Chen told Olivia, "but she needs rest, and you need to get her regular medicine refilled." Olivia nodded. She looked at the floor. She couldn't afford to refill anything. Dante paid the bill without letting Olivia see how much it was. Then they were back in the car. "Where to?" Marco asked. Olivia didn't answer at first. She didn't have anywhere to go. "The Sunset Motel on 3rd Street, she finally said. "It's cheap." "That place isn't safe," Marco said. "It's what I can afford." Olivia held Lily closer. Her daughter was sleeping now, breathing easy. Dante was quiet for a moment. Then he turned around again. "You don't have to stay there." "I don't have a choice." "You do." He pulled a business card from his pocket and handed it to her. "If you need anything, food, medicine, a safe place to stay, call that number." Olivia looked at the card. It was simple. Just a phone number. "I can't owe you anything," she said. "I don't have any way to pay you back." "I'm not asking you to pay me back." "Then what are you asking?" Dante looked at the picture on his dashboard. "Nothing. I'm not asking for anything." But Olivia didn't believe that. In her experience, people always wanted something back. The car stopped at the motel. It looked worse in the daylight, old and dirty. "Thank you," Olivia said as she got out with Lily, "for helping her. I won't forget it." Dante nodded. But as the car drove away, Olivia felt like he was still watching her. She carried Lily into the motel office. The clerk looked bored and tired. $50 a night, he said without looking up. Olivia's heart sank. She only had $40 left after buying food yesterday. "Do you have anything cheaper?" "Lady, this is the cheapest place in the city." Olivia stood there holding Lily. She could call the number on Dante's card, but every part of her said that was dangerous. "I'll take it," she said finally. She could figure out the money problem later. The room was small and dark, one bed, a tiny bathroom, but it was warm and dry. Olivia laid Lily down on the bed. Her daughter was still sleeping. She looked peaceful for the first time in days. There was a knock at the door. Olivia opened it carefully. A delivery man stood there with a bag of food. "Room 12? "I didn't order anything." "Already paid for." He handed her the bag and left. Inside was soup and sandwiches, fresh fruit, milk for Lily. There was no note. But Olivia knew who sent it. She looked out the window. Was he watching her now? How did he know which room she was in? Lily woke up and ate a little soup. She seemed better, stronger. "Mama?" Lily's voice was clearer now. "Who was the man who helped me?" "Just someone who was being kind. He seemed sad." Olivia thought about that. Dante Romano had seemed sad and angry and dangerous, all at the same time. "Why did Papa make us leave?" Lily asked. Olivia sat on the bed next to her daughter. How could she explain this? How could she make a 7-year-old understand that sometimes people you love hurt you for no good reason? Papa got confused, she said finally. He thought something that wasn't true. Will he want us back when he stops being confused? Olivia's throat got tight. I don't know, baby. That night, Olivia counted her money again. $37. The room was paid for tonight, but what about tomorrow? What about food? What about Lily's medicine? She looked at Dante's card again. Just a phone number. No name, no address. She thought about the picture on his dashboard. The woman and child who weren't there anymore. Maybe Dante Romano understood what it felt like to lose everything. But that didn't mean she could trust him. Olivia put the card in her pocket and tried to sleep. Tomorrow, she would figure out what to do next. Tomorrow, she would find a way to take care of Lily without owing anyone anything. But deep down, she was starting to think that tomorrow might not be as simple as she hoped. Olivia woke up to the sound of voices in the hallway. Loud, angry voices. She looked at the clock next to the bed. 3 a.m. Lily was still sleeping, but she was coughing again. Soft little coughs that made Olivia's chest tight with worry. The voices got louder. Then she heard footsteps, heavy boots walking back and forth outside her door. Olivia got up quietly and looked through the peephole. A man was standing right outside her room, big and rough-looking. He wasn't wearing a motel uniform. She backed away from the door. Her heart was beating fast. The man knocked, hard knocks that shook the thin door. I know you're in there, he said. His voice was mean. Open up. We need to talk. Olivia didn't answer. She went to Lily and put a hand on her shoulder, ready to wake her if they needed to run. Your husband sent me, the man said. He wants to talk to you about coming home. Eric? Eric sent someone here? How did he even know where they were? Go away, Olivia said through the door. I don't want to talk. The man laughed. That's not how this works, lady. You can open the door, or I can open it myself. Olivia looked around the room. There was only one door. One window that didn't open. No phone in the room. Her hands were shaking as she pulled out her cell phone, but there was no signal. The cheap motel didn't have good reception. The man knocked again, harder this time. Lily woke up. Mama, what's that noise? Shh, baby, it's okay. But Olivia's voice was shaking. She heard a key turning in the lock. The man had a key. How did he have a key? The door opened. The man stepped inside. He was even bigger than he looked through the peephole. There we go, he said, smiling. Much better. Get out. Olivia stepped in front of Lily. Get out right now. I told you, your husband wants to see you. He's worried about you and the kid. Eric kicked us out. He doesn't want to see us. The man shrugged. People change their minds. He misses you, wants you to come home. I don't believe you. Doesn't matter what you believe. The man took a step closer. You're coming with me either way. Lily started crying behind Olivia. Quiet, scared crying. Please, Olivia said, you're scaring my daughter. Then don't make this harder than it needs to be. The man reached for Olivia's arm. She pulled away. Don't touch me. Lady, you can walk out of here, or I can carry you out. Your choice. Olivia's mind was racing. She thought about Dante's card in her pocket, but even if she could call him, he might not come. And this man might hurt Lily before help arrived. Let me pack our things, she said. You don't need things where you're going. That scared her more than anything else he'd said. Where was he taking them? This wasn't about Eric wanting them back. This was something else. Mama? Lily's voice was so small. The man looked at Lily. His face got a little softer. Pretty little girl. Looks just like her mama. Don't look at her, Olivia said quickly. The man laughed. Relax. I don't hurt kids. Usually. Olivia felt sick. She had to do something. But what? Then she heard footsteps in the hallway again, different footsteps, faster. "Tony?" Someone called from outside. "Tony, you in there?" "Yeah," the man called back. "Almost done." But he sounded nervous now. More footsteps, then voices, lots of voices. "Police! Everyone on the ground!" Tony's face went white. He looked around the room like a trapped animal. "This is bad," he muttered. Then he looked at Olivia. "You called the cops?" "I don't have a phone signal." "Someone called them." Tony moved toward the window. "Stay quiet, all of you." But the police weren't coming to their room. They were going to a different room. Olivia heard doors slamming, people shouting. Tony relaxed a little, but he was still nervous. "We're leaving. Now." He grabbed Olivia's arm. "Bring the kid." "No." Olivia pulled away again. "I'm not going anywhere with you." Tony's face got angry. He reached into his jacket and pulled out something, a gun. "I tried to be nice," he said, "but I got a job to do." Lily screamed when she saw the gun. A high, scared sound that cut right through Olivia's heart. "Okay," Olivia said quickly. "Okay, we'll come. Just put that away, please." Tony smiled. "That's better." He put the gun back in his jacket, but Olivia knew it was still there. "Pick up the kid. Let's go." Olivia lifted Lily into her arms. Her daughter was shaking. They walked toward the door. Olivia's legs felt like water. Where was this man taking them? What did he really want? As they stepped into the hallway, Olivia saw something that made her heart stop. The motel security guard was on the floor. He wasn't moving. There was blood on his shirt. "Oh my God," Olivia whispered. "Keep walking," Tony said, "and keep quiet." They walked past the guard's body. Olivia wanted to stop and help, but Tony pushed her forward. "Is he—" Olivia couldn't finish the question. "He'll live, probably, if someone finds him soon enough." They reached the parking lot. Tony's car was there, a big black sedan with tinted windows. "Get in the back," Tony said. Olivia looked around the parking lot. It was empty except for a few old cars. No one to help, no one to see. She got in the car with Lily. Tony got in the front seat and started the engine. "Where are we going?" Olivia asked. "You'll see." They drove through the city, away from downtown, away from anywhere Olivia recognized. Lily had stopped crying, but she was still shaking. Olivia held her tight and whispered that everything would be okay, but she didn't believe it herself. After 20 minutes, they turned into an industrial area, empty warehouses, dark streets. Tony parked behind a building that looked abandoned. He turned around to face them. "Here's what's going to happen," he said. "We're going to wait here for a while. Then someone's going to come pick you up." "Who?" "Someone who wants to talk to you about your husband." "What about Eric?" Tony smiled, but it wasn't a nice smile. "Eric owes some people money, a lot of money. And when people don't pay what they owe—" He didn't finish the sentence. He didn't need to. "I don't know anything about Eric's debts," Olivia said. "Maybe, maybe not, but you're valuable to him, and that makes you valuable to us." Olivia felt cold all over. "You want him to pay money for us?" "Smart girl." "But he kicked us out. He doesn't want us back." "We'll see about that." Tony got out of the car and lit a cigarette. He leaned against the door, watching them through the window. Olivia looked around. They were in the back seat, but the doors probably had child locks. Even if she could get out, where would she run? This area was empty, dark, and Lily was too sick to run far. "Mama," Lily whispered, "I'm scared." "I know, baby. Me too." Olivia reached into her pocket. Dante's card was still there. Her phone had 1 bar of signal. She looked at Tony. He was facing away from the car, smoking. Quietly, Olivia pulled out her phone and dialed the number on the card. It rang once, twice. Yeah. Dante's voice was calm, like he'd been awake. "It's Olivia," she whispered. "The woman from this morning, with the sick daughter." "I remember. What's wrong?" "Someone took us. A man named Tony. He says Eric owes money. He's going to trade us for the debt." There was silence for a moment. Then Dante's voice got cold and hard. "Where are you?" Olivia looked around. She could see a street sign through the windshield. "Industrial District, corner of 5th and Morton, behind a blue warehouse." "Stay calm. Help is coming." "Dante." But the line went dead. Tony finished his cigarette and got back in the car. "No talking," he said. "We wait quietly." Olivia put her phone away. She hoped Tony hadn't seen her use it. They sat in silence for 10 minutes. Lily dozed against Olivia's shoulder. Her breathing was getting rough again. Then Olivia heard something. Cars, more than one. Coming fast. Tony heard it too. He sat up straight and looked around. "That's not good," he muttered. The cars got louder, closer. Tony started the engine. "Change of plans. We're moving." But before he could put the car in drive, headlights appeared behind them, in front of them, on both sides. They were surrounded. Tony cursed and reached for his gun. "Don't." The voice came from right outside his window, calm and cold and dangerous. Dante Romano stood there. Behind him were 4 other men, all dressed in dark clothes, all looking like people you didn't want to mess with. "Step out of the car," Dante said, slowly. Tony looked around. There was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He got out of the car with his hands up. "I was just doing a job," he said quickly. "Nothing personal." Dante ignored him. He opened the back door of the car. "Are you hurt?" he asked Olivia. "No, but Lily needs her inhaler. The stress is making her breathing bad." Dante looked at one of his men. "Marco, get the medical kit." Marco brought a small bag from one of the cars. Inside was an inhaler, the same kind Lily used. "How did you—" Olivia started to ask. "I make it my business to know things." Dante helped Lily use the inhaler. His hands were gentle and careful. Lily's breathing got easier. She looked up at Dante with curious eyes. "Thank you," she said quietly. Something changed in Dante's face. For just a second, he looked almost broken. "You're welcome, little one." He stood up and turned to Tony. His face was hard again. "Who sent you?" "I can't tell you that. You know I can't." Dante nodded to one of his men. The man hit Tony in the stomach, hard. Tony doubled over, gasping. "Try again," Dante said. "It was Victor," Tony wheezed. "Victor Andreev. He's got a problem with Eric Marino." "Where is Victor now?" "I don't know. I swear. He just told me to grab the woman and kid." Dante thought for a moment. Then he made a decision. "You have 10 seconds to get in your car and drive away," he told Tony. "If I see you again, if you come anywhere near this woman or her daughter again, I'll kill you. Do you understand?" Tony nodded quickly. He got in his car and drove away fast. Dante turned back to Olivia. "This won't be the last time. Victor won't give up easily." "What does he want with us?" "Your husband borrowed money from the wrong people. Now they want it back. But Eric threw us out. We're not his problem anymore. You're still his wife, still his daughter. That makes you valuable." Olivia felt sick. "So we'll never be safe." Dante looked at her for a long moment, at Lily, sleeping in her arms. "Come with me," he said finally. "What?" "My house. It's protected, safe. You and your daughter will be safe there." "I can't do that." "Why not?" Olivia looked around at the dark warehouse district, at the men with guns standing around them, at her sick daughter who needed protection she couldn't provide. "Because I don't know you. Because this world, she gestured at the cars, the men, the guns. This isn't my world. It is now, Dante said quietly. The moment your husband took money from Victor, it became your world. The only choice you have is whether you want to survive in it or not. Lily coughed in her sleep, a deep, rough cough that made Olivia's heart hurt. What would you want in return? She asked. Nothing. People don't help strangers for nothing. Dante looked at the picture on his dashboard again. Maybe I'm not doing it for you. Olivia didn't understand what that meant. But she looked at her daughter, at the empty streets around them, at the fact that they had nowhere else to go. Okay, she whispered. We'll come with you. Dante nodded. Marco will get your things from the motel. There's not much, just some clothes. That's all right. You won't need much where we're going. As they drove through the city, Olivia wondered what she'd just agreed to. Dante Romano was dangerous. She knew that. Everyone knew that. But right now, he was the only thing standing between her daughter and the people who wanted to hurt them. And maybe for now, that was enough. The car turned onto a quiet street lined with big trees. At the end of the street was a house. No, not a house. A mansion. Tall walls, iron gates, guards. This is it, Dante said as the gates opened for them. Olivia looked up at the huge house. It was beautiful and scary at the same time. What happens now? She asked. Dante looked at her. His dark eyes were hard to read. Now you're safe, he said. Whatever else happens, you and your daughter are safe. But as they drove through the gates and heard them close behind them, Olivia wondered if safety always came with a price. And if it did, what would that price be? The inside of Dante's house was even bigger than it looked from outside. High ceilings, dark wood everywhere, paintings that probably cost more than Olivia used to make in a year. But it felt empty, like a museum where no one really lived. Teresa will show you to your rooms, Dante said. An older woman appeared from somewhere in the back of the house. She had kind eyes and gray hair pulled back in a neat bun. Hello, dear, Teresa said to Olivia. Then she looked down at Lily. And who is this pretty little girl? I'm Lily, Lily said quietly. She was holding tight to Olivia's hand. What a beautiful name. Are you hungry, Lily? Lily nodded. I made some soup earlier. Would you like some? Yes, please. Teresa smiled. Follow me, both of you. They walked through a big dining room into the kitchen. It was warm and bright, the only room in the house that felt like people actually used it. Teresa sat them at a small table and brought bowls of chicken soup. It smelled amazing. Lily ate slowly at first, then faster. She finished the whole bowl. That was very good, she told Teresa politely. Thank you, sweetheart. Would you like some more? Lily looked at Olivia. Olivia nodded. While Teresa got more soup, Olivia looked around the kitchen. It was clean and organized, but there were only a few dishes in the sink. Only one coffee cup by the stove. How many people live here? Olivia asked Teresa. Just Mr. Romano and me, and Marco, but he has his own place above the garage. Teresa set down another bowl for Lily. It's been very quiet for a long time. Where will we sleep? There's a guest suite upstairs, 2 bedrooms with a bathroom between them. I put fresh sheets on the beds this afternoon. How did you know we were coming? Teresa smiled. Mr. Romano called ahead. He wanted everything ready for you and Lily. After Lily finished eating, Teresa showed them upstairs. The guest suite was bigger than their entire apartment had been. The beds had soft white sheets and thick blankets. There were flowers on the table by the window. If you need anything, just press this button. Teresa pointed to a small panel by the door. It connects to the kitchen. I'll hear you. Thank you, Olivia said. This is very kind. Mr. Romano wants you to be comfortable. Teresa paused at the door. "He's a good man, you know. People say things about him, but he's got a good heart." After Teresa left, Olivia helped Lily get ready for bed. Her daughter seemed better. The stress was fading from her face. "Mama, this house is really big," Lily said as Olivia tucked her in. "It is." "Are we going to live here now?" "Just for a little while, baby, until we figure out what to do next. I like Teresa. She's nice." "She is nice." "What about the man who helped us, Dante?" Olivia thought about that. "He's complicated." "What does that mean?" "It means he's not all good or all bad. He's something in between." Lily thought about this. "Like Papa?" Olivia's chest got tight. "No, baby, not like Papa." After Lily fell asleep, Olivia sat by the window and looked out at the grounds. The house sat on several acres. There were gardens and trees, a high fence around everything, guards walking the perimeter. It was beautiful, and it was a prison. She heard footsteps in the hallway, then a soft knock on her door. "Come in," she said quietly. Dante opened the door. He'd changed out of his expensive coat into jeans and a dark sweater. He looked more normal, but still dangerous. "Is she sleeping?" "Yes, the soup helped. Teresa's very kind." "She's been with my family for 20 years. Dante sat in the chair across from her. "She helped raise my son." Olivia remembered the picture in his car. "What happened to them, your wife and son?" Dante was quiet for a long moment. His hands were clasped together, and Olivia could see old scars on his knuckles. "Car accident," he said finally. 5 years ago, someone ran a red light and hit them head on." "I'm sorry." The driver was drunk, 22 years old. He walked away without a scratch. Dante's voice was flat, but Olivia could hear the anger underneath. "My wife died instantly. My son lived for 3 days in the hospital." "How old was he?" 6, just turned 6 the week before. The same age as Lily. No wonder Dante had looked broken when Lily thanked him earlier. "What was his name?" "Michael. Mickey, we called him." Dante looked out the window. He loved baseball, wanted to be a pitcher when he grew up. They sat in silence for a while. Outside, Olivia could hear the guards talking quietly as they patrolled. "Why are you helping us?" she asked. "I told you, I don't like it when children get hurt because of what adults do." "But it's more than that, isn't it?" Dante looked at her then, really looked at her. "Maybe. Are we safe here? Really safe? From Victor?" "Yes, my security is better than his. He won't try anything here." "What about from you?" The question came out before Olivia could stop it, but she needed to know. Dante's face didn't change. "Are you afraid of me?" "I should be. Everyone says you're dangerous." "I am dangerous to people who threaten what I protect." "And what do you protect?" "My family, my business, my territory." He paused. "Now I protect you and Lily, too." "Why?" "Because someone needs to." It wasn't really an answer, but it was all he was going to give her. "There are rules here," Dante said, "for your safety." "What kind of rules?" "You don't leave the grounds without Marco or me. You don't answer the door. You don't talk to anyone on the phone without permission. And if something feels wrong, if you're scared or worried about anything, you tell me immediately." "What if I want to leave? What if I decide this isn't working?" Dante looked at her for a long time. "Then you leave. I'm not keeping you prisoner. But once you leave, I can't protect you anymore, and Victor will find you again." Olivia felt trapped. Stay here and depend on a dangerous man she barely knew. Leave and put Lily at risk. How long will this last? How long before we can have a normal life again? "I don't know. Maybe never." The honesty hurt, but it was better than lies. "I need to call in sick to work tomorrow," Olivia said. You don't work there anymore. What do you mean? I had Marco call your boss. You quit. Family emergency. Olivia stood up quickly. You had no right to do that. You can't go back there. Victor knows where you work. He'll be watching. That job was all I had left. Now you have something better. You have safety. Safety isn't a life. Olivia's voice got louder. Then she remembered Lily sleeping in the next room. She lowered it to a harsh whisper. I need to work. I need to take care of my daughter myself. I'll take care of both of you. I don't want you to take care of us. I want to take care of us. Dante stood up too. And how's that working out for you? The words hit like a slap. Because he was right. She hadn't been able to take care of them. She'd lost her home, her marriage, almost lost her daughter. I know you're angry, Dante said more gently. I know this isn't what you wanted, but wanting something and having it be possible are two different things. Olivia turned away from him. She looked out the window at the guards and the fence and the locked gates. I feel like I'm disappearing, she whispered. What do you mean? First, Eric decided I was unfaithful without asking me. Then Victor decided I was valuable without caring what I thought. Now you're deciding what's best for me without asking what I want. She turned back to face him. Everyone's making choices about my life except me. Dante was quiet for a moment. What do you want? I want to work. I want to feel useful. I want to earn money to buy my daughter's medicine instead of depending on charity. This isn't charity. Then what is it? It's... Dante struggled for words. It's what people do for each other when they can't survive alone. But I barely know you. You know I kept my word. I said I'd protect you and Lily, and I did. That was true, but it didn't make this easier. There's work you could do here, Dante said suddenly. What kind of work? Help Teresa in the kitchen. She's been asking for an assistant for years. I can pay you a fair wage. Olivia thought about it. It wasn't ideal, but it was something. Would I be an employee or a guest? Both. That doesn't make sense. Nothing about this situation makes sense, but it's what we have. A sound came from Lily's room, a cough, then another. Olivia went to check on her. Lily was still sleeping, but her breathing was rough. Dante followed her to the doorway. The stress, he said quietly. She's been through too much. Her body can't handle it. The doctor said she needs rest and clean air. She'll get both here. They watched Lily sleep for a moment. She looked so small in the big bed. She looks like you, Dante said. She has Eric's eyes. But your smile, your spirit. Olivia glanced at him. How do you know what my spirit is like? You're here. You're fighting for your daughter even when you're scared. That tells me everything I need to know. They went back to the sitting room. Tell me about the work, Olivia said, in the kitchen. Teresa does all the cooking and cleaning for the house. She could use help with meal prep, grocery shopping, organizing. You'd work Monday through Friday, normal hours. Weekends free. How much? Dante named a number that was more than she'd made at the diner. That's too much. That's what the job pays. Dante. What? Don't lie to me. Don't pretend this is charity when it's really kindness. I can handle kindness. I can't handle lies. Dante looked at her for a long moment. You're right. It's kindness. I want to help you feel useful while keeping you safe. The job is real, but I'd probably pay someone less if it wasn't you. Why? Because you remind me that not everyone in the world is broken. The honesty surprised her. I am broken. My marriage fell apart. I couldn't protect my daughter. I have nothing. But you're still fighting. You're still trying to do what's right. That's not broken. That's brave. Outside, one of the guards walked past the window. His radio crackled with quiet conversation. Okay, Olivia said. I'll work in the kitchen. Good. But I pay for Lily's medicine and doctor visits out of my salary. Olivia, that's not negotiable. I pay for my daughter's medical care. Dante nodded. Agreed. And if I want to leave, I can leave. No arguments. I already said that. Say it again. If you want to leave, you can leave. Olivia felt a little bit of her control coming back. Not much, but enough to breathe easier. Thank you, she said. For what? For giving me a choice. You always had choices. They were just all bad choices. Now I have one good choice. What's that? Staying here and keeping my daughter safe while I figure out what comes next. Dante smiled then. Just a small smile, but it changed his whole face, made him look less dangerous and more human. That's a good choice, he agreed. After he left, Olivia checked on Lily again. Her daughter was sleeping peacefully now. The stress lines were fading from her face. Tomorrow, Olivia would start working in Teresa's kitchen. She'd earn money and keep busy and try to build some kind of life in this strange, protected place. It wasn't what she'd planned, but maybe that was okay. Maybe sometimes the best plans were the ones you never saw coming. She thought about Eric and how he'd thrown them away without looking back, how he'd been so sure she was unfaithful that he'd never even asked for her side of the story. Then she thought about Dante, who'd helped a stranger's sick child without asking for anything in return, who'd offered her work and safety and respect. The world was a confusing place. Good and bad got all mixed up sometimes. But here, behind these walls, Lily was safe and healthy and sleeping peacefully. For now, that was enough. 3 weeks passed quietly. Olivia fell into a routine that felt almost normal. She worked in the kitchen with Teresa, who taught her how to make bread from scratch and soup that could heal anything. Lily grew stronger every day. The cough faded. Color came back to her cheeks. In the evenings, they would sit in the garden while Lily played with the stuffed animals Teresa kept finding for her. Dante would sometimes join them, reading his newspaper while Lily chattered about her day. It was peaceful, almost like a real family. That should have been Olivia's first warning. The trouble started on a Thursday morning. Olivia was in the kitchen making breakfast when Marco rushed in. "Where's Dante?" he asked Teresa. "In his office. Why? What's wrong?" "Eric's here, at the front gate." Olivia dropped the spoon she was holding. It clattered on the floor. "Eric?" she whispered. Marco nodded. "He's demanding to see you and Lily. Says he wants to make things right." Olivia's hands started shaking. "I don't want to see him." "You don't have to," Marco said, "but he's not leaving. He's been out there for an hour." Dante appeared in the kitchen doorway. His face was calm, but his eyes were hard. "Go upstairs with Lily," he told Olivia. "Stay in your rooms." "What are you going to do?" "Talk to him." "Dante, go upstairs. Now." Olivia found Lily in the living room, playing with her dolls. "Come on, baby. Let's go upstairs for a while." "Why?" "Someone's here to see Dante. Adult business." They went upstairs, but Olivia couldn't stay away from the window. She had to see what was happening. Eric stood outside the front gate. He looked terrible, thin and pale. His clothes were dirty. He was shouting something, but she couldn't hear what. Dante walked out of the house. Marco and 2 other men followed him. They went to the gate, but didn't open it. Olivia could see Eric talking fast, gesturing with his hands. Dante stood perfectly still, listening. "Is that Papa?" Lily had come to stand beside her at the window. Olivia's heart jumped. "Yes, baby." "Why doesn't he come in?" "I don't know." But she did know. Eric wasn't welcome here. This was Dante's house, Dante's rules, and Dante was protecting them. The conversation at the gate went on for 10 minutes. Then Eric pulled something out of his pocket. Papers. He held them up, waving them around. Dante looked at the papers. His whole body went tense. Whatever Eric had shown him, it was bad news. Dante said something to Marco. Marco nodded and went back to the house. A few minutes later, he returned with a phone. Dante made a call, a short call. Then he turned around and walked back to the house, leaving Eric still standing at the gate. "Mama, why does Papa look so sad?" Lily asked. Eric did look sad, and desperate, and broken. For a moment, Olivia felt sorry for him. Then she remembered how he'd thrown them out into the rain without listening to her side of the story. "Sometimes people make mistakes," she told Lily, "and then they feel sad about it." A few minutes later, someone knocked on their door. It was Teresa. "Mr. Romano would like to see you downstairs," she said to Olivia, "in his office." "What about Lily?" "I'll stay with her. We'll make cookies." Olivia hesitated. She didn't want to leave Lily, but Teresa was kind and trustworthy, and Dante needed to talk to her about whatever Eric had brought. "Okay, but if she gets scared or needs me, I'll come get you right away." Dante's office was at the back of the house. Dark wood paneling, big desk, bookshelves everywhere. It smelled like leather and coffee. Dante was standing by the window when she came in. He had papers in his hands. The same papers Eric had shown him. "What did he want?" Olivia asked. "You, both of you. He wants you to come home." "I don't have a home with him anymore. He made that clear. He says he was wrong, says he's sorry." Dante turned to face her. "He also says he's going to court." Olivia's stomach dropped. "Court?" "Custody. He's filing for full custody of Lily." The room started spinning. Olivia sat down hard in the chair across from Dante's desk. "He can't do that, can he? He's her father. He has legal rights. But he threw us out. He called me unfaithful. He has a lawyer who says you abandoned the family home and are now living with a known criminal." Dante's voice was flat. His words, not mine. Olivia felt sick. What does that mean? It means he has a case. Not a strong one, but a case. Especially if he can prove you're in danger here. "Are we in danger here?" Dante was quiet for a moment. "From me? No, from my world. Sometimes. Like with Victor. Victor won't give up. He still wants Eric's debt paid. As long as you're valuable to Eric, you're valuable to Victor. So Eric can take Lily away from me because I'm here, but I have to be here to keep her safe from his mistakes." "That's about the size of it." Olivia put her head in her hands. "What am I supposed to do?" "I don't know." His honesty was brutal, but she preferred it to false hope. "Could I fight him in court?" "You could try, but custody cases are expensive and complicated." "I don't have money for a lawyer." "I do." Olivia looked up at him. "Why would you pay for my lawyer?" "Because Lily's happy here, safe here. She's getting better every day." "That's not your responsibility. It is now." "Dante, I watched my son die in a hospital bed while I sat helpless. I couldn't save him." Dante's voice was rough. "I can save Lily. I can save you. Let me." The pain in his voice made her chest tight. "This isn't about saving us, is it? This is about saving yourself from feeling guilty." "Maybe. Does it matter?" Olivia thought about that. Did it matter why someone helped, as long as they helped? What would happen if I went back to Eric? He'd probably take you back, at least at first. And then, men like Eric don't change. They just get better at hiding who they really are. He might be different now. People can change. Do you believe that? Olivia wanted to say yes. She wanted to believe that Eric had learned from his mistakes, that he would trust her now, that they could be a family again. But she remembered the look in his eyes when he threw them out. The certainty, the cruelty. "No," she whispered. I don't believe he's changed. Then you have your answer. There was another knock on the door. Marco came in without waiting for permission. We have a problem, he said. What now? Dante asked. Eric's not alone anymore. Victor's men just pulled up behind him. Olivia felt the blood drain from her face. Oh no. Dante was already moving. How many? 3 cars, maybe 8 or 9 men. Are they armed? Probably. Dante turned to Olivia. Go get Lily. Bring her to the safe room. The safe room. Teresa will show you. Go. Now. Olivia ran upstairs. Teresa and Lily were in the kitchen, flour all over their hands and faces. We have to go, Olivia said, trying to keep her voice calm. Right now. What's wrong? Teresa asked, but she was already moving, wiping flour off her hands. Victor's here. Teresa's face went pale. She grabbed Lily's hand. This way, sweetheart. We're going to play a game. They followed Teresa through the house to a door Olivia had never noticed before, hidden behind a bookshelf. Teresa pressed something, and the bookshelf swung open like a secret passage. Wow, Lily breathed. Behind the bookshelf was a small room with thick walls, no windows, and supplies stocked on shelves. Food, water, medical equipment, a landline phone. Cool game, Lily said. The game is to stay very quiet, Teresa explained. No matter what we hear outside, we stay quiet until Mr. Romano comes to get us. Like hide and seek? Exactly like hide and seek. Teresa closed the door behind them. The room was lit by small lights in the ceiling. It felt safe, but also scary. Like a bunker. How long do we stay here? Olivia asked. As long as it takes. They could hear voices outside. Loud voices, angry voices. But the words were muffled by the thick walls. Then they heard something else. Cars starting, doors slamming, people shouting. Mama, I'm scared, Lily whispered. It's okay, baby. We're safe here. But Olivia wasn't sure they were safe anywhere anymore. Victor had found them. He was right outside. And Eric was with him. What kind of deal had Eric made? What had he promised Victor in exchange for his help? The shouting got louder. Then they heard something that made Olivia's blood freeze. Gunshots. Not many, just a few quick pops. Then silence. Was that? Olivia started to ask. Shh, Teresa said. She was holding the landline phone ready to call someone if she needed to. The silence stretched on. Minutes felt like hours. Finally, they heard footsteps. Someone was walking through the house, coming closer to their hiding place. Teresa held up a hand, warning them to stay quiet. The footsteps stopped right outside their door. Then they heard a voice, calm and familiar. It's me, Dante said. You can come out. Teresa opened the door. Dante stood there looking tired but unhurt. Is everyone okay? He asked. We're fine, Teresa said. What happened? Victor's gone. His men too. And Eric? Dante looked at Olivia. He's gone too. Gone where? I don't know. He left with Victor. Olivia felt confused and relieved and scared all at once. Why would he go with Victor? Because Victor offered him something he wanted more than you and Lily. What? A way to disappear. New identity, clean slate. All he had to do was walk away from his custody claim. The words hit Olivia like a physical blow. Eric had chosen to disappear rather than fight for them. He signed papers, Dante continued, giving up all parental rights. Victor gets what he wants. Eric disappears so he can't testify about Victor's business. Eric gets what he wants, a new life somewhere else. Everyone's happy. Except us, Olivia whispered. Are you really unhappy about this? Olivia thought about it. Eric was gone. Really gone this time. No more threats of custody battles. No more fear that he'd take Lily away. But he was also Lily's father. And he just walked away from her like she meant nothing. What do I tell Lily? The truth, that her father made a choice to start over somewhere else. She's going to be hurt. She'll get over it. Kids are stronger than we think. Lily had been listening to all of this with wide, serious eyes. Now she tugged on Olivia's sleeve. Mama, does this mean Papa doesn't want to see me anymore? Olivia knelt down to Lily's level. How do you explain to a 7-year-old that her father chose money and a new identity over her? Papa has to go away for a long time, baby. But that doesn't mean he doesn't love you. Will he come back? I don't think so. Lily thought about this. Will we stay here with Dante and Teresa? Olivia looked up at Dante. I don't know. Do you want to stay here? Yes, Lily said without hesitation. I like it here. Teresa makes good cookies. And Dante reads to me. And I have my own room. What about you? Dante asked Olivia. Do you want to stay? It was a good question. A few weeks ago, she would have said no. This wasn't her world. These weren't her people. But now Lily was healthy and happy. Now Olivia had work that made her feel useful. Now they had people who cared about them. Can I ask you something? Olivia said to Dante. Anything. When you look at me, what do you see? Dante thought about it. I see someone who fights for what matters. Someone who puts her daughter first, always. Someone who's been hurt but isn't broken. Do you see someone you could care about? Really care about? Not just someone you're protecting out of guilt? Dante looked at her for a long moment. Yes, I already do care about you. And Lily? Lily reminds me that good things still exist in the world. Olivia felt something shift inside her chest. Something that had been closed for a long time started to open. Then yes, she said. We want to stay. Dante smiled, a real smile this time. Good. Because I wasn't sure what I'd do if you said no. What happens now? Now we go have dinner. Teresa's been cooking all afternoon. I mean, what happens with us, with this? She gestured between herself and Dante. I don't know. We figure it out as we go. That's not much of a plan. The best things in life don't come with plans. As they walked back through the house, Lily ran ahead to show Teresa something she'd found in the safe room. Their laughter echoed through the halls. Dante, Olivia said quietly. Yeah? Thank you for everything. Thank you. For what? For reminding me what a family sounds like. They found Teresa and Lily in the kitchen, making dinner together. Lily was standing on a stool, stirring something in a big pot. She was talking a mile a minute about the secret room and how cool it was. Can we eat in the garden tonight? Lily asked. It's pretty outside. If that's what you want, Dante said, it's what I want. So they set up dinner on the patio. The sun was setting, painting everything golden. Lily chattered through the whole meal, happy and safe and loved. After dinner, Dante read to Lily while Olivia and Teresa cleaned up. When they were done, they found Dante and Lily in the library. Lily was curled up next to him on the big leather couch, nearly asleep. Story time's over, Teresa announced. Time for bed, little one. Can Dante tuck me in? Lily asked. Olivia looked at Dante. If he wants to. I'd like that, he said. Olivia watched him carry Lily upstairs. He was gentle with her, careful, like she was made of something precious. When he came back down, he found Olivia in the garden. She was sitting on the bench where they'd had dinner, looking up at the stars. She's asleep, he said, sitting next to her. She likes you. I like her too. They sat in comfortable silence for a while. The night was warm and quiet, safe. Dante? What you said earlier about already caring about me. Did you mean that? He turned to look at her. I meant it. Even though you barely know me? I know enough. I know you're brave and kind and loyal. I know you love your daughter more than anything. I know you make terrible coffee, but excellent bread." Olivia laughed. "My coffee isn't that bad." "It's pretty bad." "What else do you know?" "I know that when you smile, really smile, it changes everything. And I know that I want to protect that smile for as long as you'll let me." Olivia felt her cheeks get warm. "That sounds like more than just caring about someone." "Maybe it is. Dante." "I'm not asking for anything," he said quickly. "I'm not expecting anything. I just wanted you to know." Olivia looked at him, really looked at him. This man who'd saved her daughter's life, who'd given them a home when they had nowhere to go, who'd protected them from people who wanted to hurt them. This man who looked at her like she was worth protecting. "What if I wanted to give you something?" she asked. "Like what?" Instead of answering, Olivia leaned over and kissed him. Soft and careful at first, then deeper when he kissed her back. When they broke apart, Dante looked surprised. "What was that for?" "For making me feel safe, for making Lily feel loved, for being the kind of man who keeps his promises." "Olivia, I know this is complicated. I know your world is dangerous. But I also know that I've never felt as protected as I do here with you." "Are you sure? Because once we cross this line, there's no going back." "I've been sure since the day you helped a stranger's sick child without asking for anything in return." Dante cupped her face in his hands. "I love you," he said quietly. "I love you too." They sat under the stars, holding each other, planning a future that neither of them had expected. Inside the house, Teresa smiled as she turned off the kitchen lights. After 5 years of watching Dante live like a ghost, it was good to hear laughter in these halls again. And upstairs, Lily slept peacefully, dreaming of cookies and stories and the man who read to her in a voice that sounded like safety. 6 months later, Olivia woke up to the sound of Lily's laughter echoing through the garden. She looked out the window and saw her daughter running through the grass, healthy and strong and happy. Dante was chasing her, pretending to be a monster. When he caught her, he swung her around while she giggled. "Papa!" Lily shrieked with delight. "Papa!" She'd started calling him that 3 months ago. Dante had cried the first time, though he'd tried to hide it. Olivia looked down at the ring on her finger. Simple but beautiful. Dante had proposed last month in the same garden where they'd first kissed. There would be challenges ahead. There always were. But they would face them together. She watched her husband-to-be and her daughter play in the morning sun and felt her heart fill up with something she'd thought she'd lost forever. Hope. The kind of hope that comes from being chosen, from being loved, from building a family not through blood or law, but through choice and loyalty and the simple decision to show up for each other every single day. Eric was gone. Victor was gone. The past was gone. What remained was this: laughter in the garden, safety behind strong walls, and love that had been forged in fire and had come out stronger. It wasn't the life Olivia had planned, but it was the life she'd chosen, and it was perfect.